Hello. How's it going, everyone, and welcome to the video. Here we are celebrating hitting 50,000 subscribers here on the Baldcafe YouTube channel. And in this video, the top 10 moments from 0 to 50,000 subscribers. The first video on our list of top moments is going to be the second video, a massive throwback to the second video on the channel. It only makes sense that I show you guys how to actually shave that head and be free from all those worries and doubts once and for all. I've got a nice pair of clippers there, and what you want to do is just take that hair down as short as you can get it with those clippers. Just get it nice and wet, and then you want to get that shaving foam or shaving gel on there. Get loads of it on there, change it up with the direction that the razor is going in. If your hair is thinning or falling out, you will not regret it. Go out, take all that hair off in the steps I just showed you, and like I said, I want you to come back here in this video and I want you to say just how good it feels. Now, next on the list of a top moment is going to be the release of the ebook. No barrier to entry, where people can get all of the key information that they need so that they can go bald confidently and rock that bold look. Welcome to Baldcafe, the channel that is 100% dedicated to helping guys around the world deal with their balding bravely and confidently. This is a really exciting video for me to make. The Baldcafe ebook is now available. This ebook, titled The Baldcafe Guide to Going Bald and Being Confident, is a 100% free ebook. It's 23 pages of my advice and things that I think can really help you if you're a guy who is struggling to deal with your balding. Now, before we get any further down our list of top moments, I want to let you guys know once again that to celebrate 50,000 subscribers, I've re-released these classic design hoodies, t-shirts, jumpers. Okay, they're available. First link in the description box. All of the sizing information and everything is available there. Just select down to the garment that you like, select the color, select the size, order that one, and anything that is made through this campaign, it's available for about 2 weeks. It's going to go straight back into the channel, and there'll be more details on that one soon. I want to thank you all so much for the support. I had to release these absolute classics once again, the conversation starters as I call them. Let's move on to number 3. I feel incredibly lucky that I was able to capture this moment in time. At the time of filming this clip, I had literally zero idea that Baldcafe would ever be a thing. I was filming, my phone was there, I was filming for something else. I just discovered that my hair was going really thin at the crown, and I kept the camera rolling. And I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna use this as a bit of a diary. And it was like that first thing of just getting my thoughts out there about, you know, I was having a freak out. I'm not really sure why I'm recording this, but I feel like I want to document this moment. I feel like pretty emotional about it, which I hope one day will seem ridiculous. My hair fucking is falling out. So my hair's already started to fall out. Well, I'm 26 now, I just turned 26. So it's not that young, like 26 ain't that young. But my fucking hair's falling out, and I thought that maybe I would get away with it. I don't know really, it's fucking a bit of a tough blow to take. I don't want my hair to fall out. I don't know why I'm so worried about it. But I am. Such a valuable moment. I think it's highly relatable, it's raw, it's honest, and a real highlight from 0 to 50,000 subscribers. If you've got a top moment that you loved from the Baldcafe videos and it's not in this list, make sure you let me know what it is down in the comment section below. Now, next on the list at number 4 is going to be the podcast episode I did with Max de Silva. This was huge for me, guys. Max de Silva was a huge inspiration for myself, as I'm sure he was a lot of you guys. He was one of the first to be putting videos about, you know, going bald bravely, confidently, shaving your head. He was one of the first out there to be doing it and going into that sort of raw, honest video style. Welcome to podcast episode 9. This is the Baldcafe podcast, and today we have got a very, very special guest. We finally hooked up with Mr. Max de Silva. Hello, Max. How are you?
Hey guys, I'm great.
Good.
We're excited.
Yeah, this is a big moment. This is an exciting moment for the Baldcafe podcast.
We think about something so much and we go, I'm gonna do it. And if we're not moving towards something, like, we get ourselves in crazy trouble. And I just want to say, I've lived with no goals, and I lived with goals, and just living with goals makes everything better.
Now, next on the list, and number 5, is balding at 15, dad has a hair transplant. This was like a new video idea that I had, where I wanted to share some of the stories that I have, some of the conversations that I have with guys in the DMs, right? Being in the DMs, speaking to you guys is one of my favorite things about doing this Baldcafe stuff. And it's also on the list for another important reason. Check out the beard here. This was my beard reaching maximum velocity. I know people are on either side of the fence about the beard, but I remember looking at this video and thinking, damn, I have grown a beard. Tales from the DMs. Classic, mate. Hey man, I'm a big fan from India. So I'm 19 years old and I've lived a fairly good life until now. But my hair has been driving me insane for the past year maybe. So this guy here, like I said, he wanted a bit of a rant, right? And that's what we need to do sometimes. We need to get it all out of our chest. And that's the first stage in getting over this whole hair loss thing, the anxiety, the depression of it, is acknowledging it, right? Acknowledging that you have something that's making you feel terrible, making you feel depressed, horrible. That's the first step. So hey, I invite anyone out there who wants to rant about it, get things off their chest. Yo, hit me a DM, send me an email, whatever you need to do. I'm here to listen and hopefully give you some good advice if I can. Now, next up at number 6 was when Adam came on for our first ever live Baldcafe live video. And this was the first time we could see on the channel a guy going through all the stages of dealing with hair loss in this way. Really, really relatable stuff. And he opened the gates for loads of more guys to come and do the same. This is a real highlight on the channel.
I'm at that age where I have other things I need to be worrying about. Job, bills, just there's so many other things, and I don't need this extra weight on my chest right now. I don't need the extra stress.
Yeah.
And no one does. No one does. And so what I'm finding out is that by me keeping it right now, I am so self-conscious about it.
I don't know if you guys can see, but getting really thin. All right. It's not bad.
Next up at number 7 are the in-person podcast episodes I did with Paul Bowen and Mike Delaney. Guys, these guys, once again, like similar to the Max de Silva podcast, when I was back in China, I had written these podcast episodes down about a year prior to filming them. I said, when I go back to the UK, I'm going to get my podcasting equipment and I'm going to reach out to these guys and I'm going to go there and I'm going to interview them, and it's going to be a new thing for the channel and I'm going to do it. These guys, once again, they had quite big followings on social media. I wasn't sure if they would agree to doing it. But I went back to the UK about a year later, bought the gear, hit them up, they agreed to do it. I drove up to Manchester and did both of those podcasts in the same weekend. And I remember after collecting the footage and doing those podcasts, they went really, really well. Both great guys. I sat there editing the footage. And yeah, it was just great to be able to put out there what I said to do. So, you know, I said I was going to do something and I made it happen. And for me, that was a really massive highlight in this journey.
I would look in the mirror sometimes and because I would feel it in the wind, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it was long, but it was thin, do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
So, and in some lights, I would see it worse than others, you know, like the patch at the back that always goes.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, that looks terrible, you know what I mean? And then like, I remember once I had a part on Hollyoak. I was playing like a body double for one of the lead characters. His name's Joe. So they just give me his clothes, and they like sprayed this stuff on the back of my head and sprayed like the hairline more forward.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at it and thinking, yeah, this looks good. Yeah. You know, because like all my problems have gone. I thought, where can I get this spray from? And then like literally about 5 minutes later, I thought, no, that's ridiculous. Like, stop it. Most of the anxiety around that time was just centered around the uncertainty.
Yeah.
I knew that once I'd made a committed decision to either keep it or either shave it, I would sort of just roll with that.
I've spent sort of quite a few years, you
Yeah.
know, looking at different options, and then you're on YouTube or whatever you look on, and you see these hair systems.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, like, what's the negatives like?
The Lab Bible wig, guys, some of the people out there might remember.
Yeah.
How many years ago was that
It's
now?
about 2. I think it's a,
2
yeah,
years.
it's a good 2 years ago now.
Coming in next on the list is going to be the podcast episode, the live episode that I did with Dale from the US, right? The emotion. This is Baldcafe's most viewed video. And I think just because it was so raw, so real, you know, a massive shout out to Dale once again. I can't thank him enough for coming on and doing this. And I think for Dale, you know, I think he would agree, this was a really life-changing moment for him.
These hairs were nowhere near like this long, but other than that, that's really it. Like, I'm still losing hair.
Yeah.
I don't know. It helped me get confidence for a little bit, but now I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, I don't want to do any more surgeries. I want my confidence back. I just want to get it off my mind. New beginning. It's done. It's done. New year, new me. 20 years old. Hair's off. Let's go.
He's putting out his music, and I'll link that down below. And his life has changed massively since embracing the whole hair loss thing. His hair was really thinning out, you know, he had the sort of hairstyle, the bit of a comb over going on. And just in that first initial interview, I think that's what really drew people in, because he was so honest about how this hair loss stuff had really begun to sort of control his life and really drag him down. And then it was great to see him shave it off and just have a complete turnaround. You know, and he's working hard now on his music, doing things that he wants to do. He's completely put it behind him. This is such a highlight for me. So we're on to our last highlight of 0 to 50,000 subscribers. And a massive shout out to you if you made it this far into this video. It's going to be the podcast, another live that I did with Ricky. This was filmed when I was back out in China. And I remember, you know, getting the call from Ricky, and we jumped on Skype interview. I remember filming this one really late at night. I think it was about 12 or 1 a.m. over in China, you know, and we jumped on Skype, and I remember speaking to this guy, and something was just different about it, right? There was something just about Ricky. I don't know what it was. Again, you know, again, a lot of emotion in that conversation. This is something that he'd been dealing with for so many years, and he was so ready to just get it done, put it behind him. Now, it's a highlight because we did our initial interview, and usually when we do these live episodes, guys will, you know, a week later or so, they'll go and they'll buzz their hair off, and we'll get back 2 or 3 weeks later after that. But actually, when I did the episode with Ricky, he got in touch, we did the first one, and I got a message from him just after we finished our conversation. He was like, dude, you know what? I'm so pumped after that chat, I'm just going to do it now. And he got it done literally just after our Skype call. And again, it must have been about 2 a.m. when he said that he'd done it. I was so excited after our initial conversation. We jumped back on Skype, he showed me the new look, and he said just instantly he felt so much better. And for me, this was a massive highlight because after, you know, the few hours of speaking to Ricky, I remember, you know, closing down the laptop, and I just sort of stood there reflecting for a bit. And I even remember saying out loud, saying to my dogs, I was like, this is why we do this, right? I was like, that right there. I remember standing there in my living room in China saying, that right there, that whole interaction is why I am doing this, why I love it so much, why I put so much into Baldcafe. I enjoyed the conversation so much, and I was just like, yes, this is why we're doing it. And it just motivated me so much to keep going.
Special events, I would make sure I had my topic, you know, and one time I was running out of topics, started freaking out, you know, like it's controlling you, you know. I'm going bald. I'm going there, I'm going bald, and I'm gonna own it.
Let's proceed. Here we go, Harry. Going down the main strip.
Whew. That's looking great, man. It's looking great.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. It feels incredible. Absolutely incredible. I was nervous, you know, I've been nervous for so long, but once I had the razor in my hand and had and seriously, I mean this, had your voice in my hand as well. And I thought, you know what's he say? Go for it.
So those are my top 10 moments. This whole journey has just been fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed that little look back at the top moments, 0 to 50,000 subscribers. Here is to many more awesome moments like that. I gotta thank you guys for the incredible support. You've really helped achieve this, what we've done here with this community. Long may it continue. And let me know if your favorite moment wasn't on the list. Let me know your favorite moment down in the comments section below. Don't forget, you still got time to grab one of these awesome celebratory garments. That's linked down in the description box. From the bottom of my heart, honestly, thank you so much. And I will see you in that next video. Goodbye.